and in scale we had already seen this. What is a scale, what is representative fraction, then the types of scale, enlarged scale, reduced scale, and full size scale. Okay, and there is one term here which is called as RF, and RF is length on drawing upon actual length of object. Then I had shown this slide to you where there is conversion of length, centimeter to millimeter, decimeter to centimeter. So you know this from school days, you can go through this. Then inch to feet, feet to yard, yard to mile conversion. Now coming to the scale, topic scale. Scales are basically divided into 5 types. So these 5 types of scales are plane scale, diagonal scale, vernier scale, comparative scale, and scale of chord. So this is just an introductory topic. I'm not sure whether questions will be asked from this topic or not, but anyway, and out of these 5 types, only 2 are given in the syllabus, plane scale and diagonal scale. You see, other 3 are not there in the syllabus. So we'll see quickly what is this plane scale and diagonal scale and what it measures. Now plane scale. Plane scale is generally used to measure dimensions up to 2 units, like centimeter to millimeter or decimeter to centimeter. Centimeter to decimeter is not possible. So centimeter to millimeter is 2 unit. Decimeter to centimeter is 2 units. Okay, this one is decimeter, one is centimeter. So this plane scale is used to measure. Plane scale is used to measure up to 2 units. Okay. So you can see here.
सर एक बार previous slide में होना सर वो conversion में.
Okay, this one. If you want, you can take the screenshot of this. And you all will be able to see this video. There may be some technical issue. I will clear it out.
So you will share this PPT?
Yes, yes. PPT, I don't think there is need to share the PPT. Recording is sufficient. After going through the recording, if you feel, I will share the PPT. Let's see. Anyway, you will get the content some or other way. And if you feel that you want to take screenshot of some of the things, you can quickly take the screenshots. Okay, so we'll see the first type of scale, that is plane scale, which is used to measure 2 units. So the question here is construct a plane scale of RF. RF is representative fraction 1:20. Now see, what is 1:20? Length on drawing upon actual length of the object. So actual length of the object is 20 and length on drawing is 1. Okay, it's unitless quantity. So whatever unit you want, you can take. So length on drawing upon actual length of the object and long enough to measure up to 6 meter. So what is mentioned? It is mentioned that you have to construct a scale which can measure up to 6 meter. Okay. Some other question may say that you have to construct a scale which can measure 10 meters. Some other question may say that you have to construct a scale to measure 30 kilometers. Suppose a road is being constructed and on the 30-meter road, it has to be shown that at this different places there is some facility available. Okay, maybe there is a truck available or there is something to eat something to eat that is available or etc etc. So then it is a 30-meter scale. Okay, on 30-meter scale, what will be shown? After 5 meters, this is available. After 7 meters, this is available, like this. So in this present question, what they have given a question which says that you have to construct a plane scale. Okay, and it should be long enough to measure up to 6 meters. Means how much distance we have to show? We have to show the distance of 6 meters. It should be measurable up to 6 meters. And on this 6 meter scale, they have asked us to show a distance of 4.7 meter. Okay, so since the scale is long enough to measure up to 6 meter, we can show distance of any distance which is less than or equal to 6 meters. Okay, now this can be 4.7, 5.2, 1.9, 2.8, anything. So I hope the question is clear to all of you. It is a plane scale. Plane scale means only 2 units can be shown. Measure up to 6 meter. So maximum length of the scale. We have that ruler scale. Okay, it is how much in length? It is 15 centimeter or 6 inches. Okay, like this scale, and how many units it shows? It shows 2 unit, inches and centimeter. Similarly, this is a scale which should measure up to 6 meters. So you have to show 6 meter. Now this ruler scale that we have, on that ruler scale can be used to measure a distance of 4 meter, 5 meter, 6 meter, 4 inches, 5 inches, 2.5 inches, 12.2 centimeter, centimeter, anything. Similarly, this scale can be used to measure any distance between 6 meter up to 6 meter. And the RF of the scale is 1 is to 20. RF is already clear to you. It is length on drawing upon actual length of the object. So we will see the procedure now. Now, I will explain few procedures in this problem, which I will not discuss with in other problem. For example, how to divide a line. Okay, this is one of the step. Although that is not the step of not actually it is explained. It should be explained before explaining this topic. But anyway, I am explaining this as in the first sum. So here after any where you have to divide the line, I will not explain that concept. Okay, that can be cleared here itself. Any doubt to anyone in understanding the question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir,
good.
no doubts.
Okay, students, good. Now, what is given? It is given that is long enough to measure to 6 meter. Now, we cannot draw 6 meter on our book or on our sketchbook. Okay, yeah, maybe there are some pages where we can draw 6 meter, but can we draw 60 kilometer? Can we draw 100 kilometer? No. On a map of India, where you can see from Jammu Kashmir to say Kanyakumari, you can see the distance. So it is scaled. It is scaled distance. So can we show that thousands of kilometer distance? No, we cannot show. So how much length line should we draw on the page on the paper? That is given by this formula, that is length of scale, LOS. Length of scale means how long line will we draw on the paper, and that is found by the formula RF into maximum length to be measured. So RF is given as 1 by 20 and maximum length to be measured is 6 meter. So I will convert it into convenient unit. Which is the convenient unit for us? Can we draw it in meter? No, we generally draw it in centimeter and millimeter. Now let me tell you, whenever any dimension is discussed in engine drawing, it is discussed in terms of millimeter. Or when you are drawing anything, it should be drawn in terms of millimeter only. Okay, remember this thing. So now RF is 1 by 20, maximum length is 6 meters. So we'll convert this into what? Millimeter. So I've written 1 by 20 into 6 meter. Then 1 meter is 100 centimeter. I think I have missed here 6. I have missed 6 here.
Sir, I had a doubt. Why did you multiply by 6 meters, sir?
Okay, that formula to find the length of scale is RF into maximum length to measure. Okay, so that will give you how much length I should draw on the paper. How much length I should draw on the paper. Let me show
Sir,
you.
we can't draw 6 meters, right? On the
We cannot draw 6 meters. So how long will we draw?
100 or approximately 100, right? So we'll do the second one, sir. 6 meters. मेरे को नहीं समझा sir.
हाँ, so listen. Now this is the line which I have drawn. Okay, now this is certainly not 6 meter, or if it is in kilometer, this cannot be in kilometer. So I should know how much length I should draw on the paper, and I can divide it into 6 meter, 1 meter each. Okay, because what is the question saying? Question is saying to measure up to 6 meter. Okay, and I have drawn this line. How much length? I don't know. Then how will I divide it into 6 parts? Another way of doing it is to draw it approximate. Okay, to draw it approximate. Now, if you draw it approximate, what is RF doing here? If I am drawing it, suppose you can see here, the length of scale given here is 50 mm. By calculation, it is coming as 50 mm. Okay, now someone may draw 70 mm, someone may draw 80 mm, someone may draw 100 mm. Okay, each student may take different length, and she will start drawing the line like this, and then it will be divided into different parts. Then what is the purpose of RF here? Is the representative action used anywhere in this 50 mm or 70 mm or 80 mm? No. That's why, and now if you see what is RF, length on drawing upon actual length of the object. Okay, so this actual length of the object has to be converted into length on drawing. That is RF. So by using this formula, we are coming to a conclusion that the length of the scale which I should draw on the paper is 50 mm. Is 50 mm. Am I clear to you? I hope I am clear to you. Okay, now length on scale is length of scale is 1 is to 20. Maximum length to measure is 6 meter. Now I forgot to write 6 meter here. Let me write it here. So this should have been into 6. So this will be into 6. So this will be into 6. So it will be 300 mm. Okay, I missed this 6 here. So the length of scale is now 300 mm. Any doubt to anyone till here?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir. Understood.
Okay, good. So now what I will do, I will draw a line of, what is the length of this line? 300 mm. Okay, actually I wrote 50 mm, but it should be how much? 300 mm. So that is a mistake there. So this will be 300 mm now. Okay, 300 mm. Okay. Now understand another thing here. This line is called as dimension line. This line is called as dimension line. This line is called as extension line. Let me write it for you, since these are the words which you are hearing for the first time. This is dimension line. Dimension line. What is a dimension line? It is the line on which dimension is written, or rather I will say over which dimension is written. So this is the dimension line, and I am writing dimension here. Now this line is called as extension line. Extension line. Now what is extension line? Actually, the dimension should have been written here and here, between this should have been written between this, the 2 points that I have marked, but I am not able to write it here. So what I have done, I have extended that line below, above, left, right, wherever. In this case I have extended it below. So this line is called as extension line. Okay, now this distance, can you see the extension line going above? This distance is how much? Approximately 3 millimeter. Approximately 3 millimeter. Okay, this distance. So every time you do not have to check whether it is 3 meter or not, 3 millimeter or not. Once or twice when you do it, you will come to know that okay, it's 3 millimeter. Now how much distance there should be between these two lines? This distance should be at least 10 millimeter. At least 10 millimeter. Now the distances which I am specifying to you are not fixed, but this is the indicative that this should be like this. Otherwise what will happen? This is the 300 line. Someone may draw the extension line like this and write it here. Okay. I am not good in drawing by using this tab. Okay, as good as I can do it on drawing board, because I had been doing it for years and this is just a year I am using this. So see, I have written here, someone may write here, someone may write here. I will show you students who will write it like this, exactly into the actual line. Okay, so this is again creating a confusion. Okay, that's why there is an indication that at least 10 mm should be the distance between the uh, dimension or the outline. This is called as outline, and this is the dimension line. Another thing that you must have noted is this line as well as this line. Both the lines are thin lines, and this line is thick line. Now, how will you differentiate between thick line and thin line? Now, if you have pencil or pen in your hand, what you can do is you can draw a line like this, okay, and then hold it with light hand. I am not sure whether I will be able to show it to you using this tab, but then hold it with light hand and do it like this. Okay, so this is thick line and this is thin line. So in the previous lecture we had seen what is the use of thick line and thin line. So you can see here this line is a thick line which is used to represent the outline, and this is a thin line. So this difference should be clearly visible when it is drawn in the drawing. When you are using AutoCAD, you select the line width. I'm writing here line width. You select the line width so that different lines, and you also have to select the show line width option. Show line width option, so that you can see the difference between this thick line and thin line. So in the process, I have also explained you what is the dimension line, what is the extension line, which line should be thick, thin, and what should be the distances. And this mm is never written. So I have deliberately written here just to tell you that this should never be written with the dimension. And here always we'll write a note. Note is all dimensions in millimeter. This note will always be written in every sum. So we'll not do it in every sum, but it should be there. It should be there. I hope these things are clear to you.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, good. So going back to our question, a question was to draw a question was to draw a plane scale, and we understood now that the length of this line should be 300 mm. So I have drawn a line of 300 mm. Now this 300 mm line should be long enough to measure up to 6 meters. So it means that I have to show how many meters in there? 6 meters. So approximately, see now what I am doing is approximately. This is say 1 meter, this is 2 meter. Am I correct? If I start from here, this is 1 meter, this is 2 meter, this is 3 meter, this is 4 meter, this is 5 meter, and this is 6 meter. This is approximately, but we do not do it approximately in drawing. And how we do it, there is another procedure to draw to obtain equal spaced points. So the distance between 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 5, 4 to 5, and 5 to 6 should be equal. The distances should be equal. Okay, and how to do that? For that purpose, there is another procedure. Now the procedure is, understand carefully. This we will be doing number of times in the entire subject. In order to divide this line 0 to 6 वाला जो line दिख रहा है, in order to divide it into 6 parts, what I will do, I will draw a line. Now understand that this line which is drawn at some angle is a thin line. So this is a thin line. Okay, this should be drawn at any angle. Any angle, draw at any angle, and any length. It means draw, this is a line. Now I want to divide it into any number of parts, so I will draw a line which is the thin line. And what angle? Any angle. What length? Any length. I think students, you are also doing it with me. And now how many parts I want to divide this line? 6 parts. So this line also I will divide into 6 parts. Okay, but not approximately. What I will do is I will use compass and draw arc. I will take a suitable distance in compass. What distance? Any distance. But now this distance I am not going to change every time. Same distance, and I am going to draw arc. One arc, keeping the one leg of compass here. I have drawn one arc. Then keeping one leg of compass here, another second arc, third arc, fourth arc, fifth arc. I am extending it, and sixth arc. Why 6 arcs? Because how many points I want? 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Students, count it like this. This is 0. So this is first arc, second arc.
Sir, will take any length, sir?
Yes. Length of the line can be anything. Angle.
No, sir, length of the arc, sir.
Yes, length of the arc can be any length.
Okay.
But then this length, that is 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and so on, is fixed. It is not changed. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Now whatever I have explained to you, same thing you can see now. First arc, second arc, third arc. So every time this distance is equal. So first time I am keeping the leg of the compass here and drawing the arc here. Second time I am keeping the leg of the compass here and drawing the arc here. Third time I am keeping the length of the corpus here and drawing an arc here, and so on. 4, 5, 6. Okay, let the line be extended. Okay, we are not interested in this line. We are not at all interested in this line. I hope all of you are here with me. Now the next step here is to join this point. This point. Can you mark the motion of the movement of the cursor? This point will be joined to this last point of the line, end point of the line. So this point and end point of the line will be joined. Okay. Now I will draw another line which is parallel to this line. I hope all of you understand parallel line. I'm not sure whether you have ever used roller scale in your life, because but if you have seen roller scale also, I don't have it. Otherwise, I would have shown it to you. It's there in the college. So if you have purchased roller scale, then the roller scale can be used to draw parallel lines, or minute drafter can be used to draw parallel lines. So this is one line. Then keeping the roller scale here and rolling it, okay, keeping the roller scale and rolling it, and taking the roller scale to this point, see this point, and drawing a parallel line like this. Next is coming to this point, drawing it like this, like this, like this, and like this. Any doubt till this point?
No, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. Now I will name these points as, see, I have started with 0. Okay, because this is to be divided into two units. One is meter, and which is the subunit of meter. Coming back to this, I don't know what is subunit of meter, so I came here meter, and then 1 meter is how many decimeters? 10 decimeters. Okay, so if it is centimeter, then the subunit is millimeter. Similarly, for meter, the subunit is decimeter. So 10 decimeter is 1 meter. One, two, three, four, five, 6, and then joining it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now I have numbered it as 0, because from here to here I will show meter, and from 0 to this left part I will show decimeter. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now can you measure it is for measure? Can you see that whether it is for 5 meters or 6 meter? It is for 6 meters. So this is 5 meter, and this is another meter, that is 6 meter. Next, what I have done, I have drawn a rectangle here, and of any length, rectangle of any length means this vertical length, height can be anything, a rectangle, and then I have just marked vertical lines here. So one vertical line here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. And I have shaded this. Now shading is not important, it's just for clear visibility. I have shaded it like this. Now I have drawn a line of length 6 meter. So it's there 6 meter. It is showing 6 meter also. But then the question asked to us is show, just go back to the question, show 4.7 meter, 4.7 meter. So this is now, this is now, see, here to here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 meter is there. I want to show 0.7. Now what is this 4.7 ka 0.7 kya hai? Decimeter. So where I will get, I have to divide this meter into 10 decimeter. See how? 1 meter is 10 decimeter. So 4.7. So 0.7 is what? Decimeter. So how will I get it? I will divide this meter into 10 parts. So each part will be 1 decimeter, and total 10 decimeter will become 1 meter. So what I will do now here is I will divide this first part, the circle one, in 10 parts. So every time it's not that we have to divide into 10 parts only. It depends on what is the relation between the primary and the secondary unit. Okay, now here I am dividing into 10 parts. How to divide? You know the procedure now. You will draw an inclined line, draw arcs. How many arcs now? 10 arcs. Last point will be joined to the last point, end point of the line, and then draw the parallel lines like this. So same thing will be done here. So I have drawn this 10 arcs. Last point is joined to the end point. Now this particular thing is representing this. You can see it is representing this. This is the 0 here. Now another question that may have come to your mind is whether this line, inclined line, has to be drawn on the left hand side only or right hand side only. Left hand side, right hand side, above the line, below the line, anywhere. You can draw it anywhere. This here I have drawn below the line onto the right hand side. Here I have drawn below the line to the left hand side. I could have drawn here above the line also. I could have drawn it like this also. This is correct. This is also correct. Okay. So it's just for dividing the line. You can draw it anywhere. Now I will divide into 10 parts like this. And then after dividing into 10 parts, actually this thing should have been done here, but it is too small for you to understand. So I have done it here. So you will be doing it here. However small it is, you have to do it here only. Yes.
Sir, we'll divide that between the arc and the starting point. We'll divide that into 10 parts.
Yes.
Or we'll draw one more new line, sir.
No, this line. Can you see this point of? Can you see the cursor? This point to this point.
Yes, sir.
This distance. So this distance is shown here. That distance only has to be divided into 10 parts.
Yes, sir. But I'm asking about the line which you drew below. That we have to draw a new line, or we can do it on the same line, sir.
I did not get your question. Are you talking about?
I did this zero starting to the 0 in 10 parts, right?
Yes.
So we'll draw one more new line like this, or
No,
we'll just
you will do it. You will do it here itself. You will do it here itself, not there. So that I had shown because it was not possible for me. You have to do it here itself. So you can do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have to do it here itself. You don't have to draw another line at any different place. I hope your question is answered. Okay. Now, see, this is what? 0. Mark the position of cursor now. 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So this is C. So this is 0. This is 0. So here to here is 1. Here. So this is representing 2. 2 is this point. 4 is this point, and 10 is this point. Now what is this? This is representing decimeter. So I have not written it here. This is representing decimeter. So as I have written meter here, I should have written here decimeter. And how much distance I have to show on this? 4.7. So 4.7 means what? 4 is meter and 7 is decimeter. So from where 4 starts? 4 should start from here, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 meter and 7 decimeter. 7 is here. So this distance is now 4.7 meter. Or you can write it 4 meter and 7 decimeter. It is done. Is it clear to you, students?
Sir, I still have a doubt in the previous one, sir. Where
Okay.
the line, how do we, sir, remove that 2 to 10 line, sir? That distinction, sir, decimeter.
How do we remove?
So how do we find out, sir? Remove in the sense find out. That 2 to 10, I did not understand that part, sir.
Okay. See, this is the part that we have divided into 10 parts, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what I will do is I will draw a line here.
Okay.
Of any length at any angle. Then I will take convenient distance in my compass and I will keep one leg of compass here and draw an arc here. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
And then I will keep on doing that. I will then keep leg of compass here and draw another arc here with the same distance in the arc. I will not change the radius. Then again, keeping it here and then drawing arc here like this. I will do it for how many times? 10 times.
10 times.
See, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When I do it 10 times, I will get here 10 divisions. And this last point I will join here. This last point I will join here. Then next point I will draw a parallel line. Then I will draw a parallel line like this.
1, 2, 3.
So this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 9th one and this is the 10th. So how many parts you can count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. No.
Okay, fine. So this is a simple sum. I don't know whether it will be asked in the examination or not, but then it is given in the syllabus. So I have explained this to you, and in the process I have also explained you how to divide a line and how to give dimensions. So this is the final answer. Okay, now we'll move on to the diagonal scale. Now, as plane scale show only 2 units, diagonal scale show 3 units. What are the 3 units? So if you see here, if I am talking about diagonal scale, it will show 3 units. For example, kilometer. So it will show kilometer, then meter, and then hectometer. So 1 kilometer is 1000 meter, and 1 meter, I think. Okay, it is written in terms of thousand. It should everything should have been written in terms of 10. That's then it would have been correct. So we'll take this example of meter, decimeter, centimeter. So 1 meter is 10 decimeter, 1 decimeter is 10 centimeter. So when we have to represent, now in the present case we represented what, 4.7. We represented 4.7 meter. Suppose I want to represent 4.72 meter. Then this 4 is what? This is meter. Then this is decimeter. And what is this 2? 2 is centimeter. So exactly how much is it? It is 4 meter, then 7 decimeter, and 2 centimeter. Centimeter. So how many units are involved in this? 3 units are involved in this. So when these 3 units are involved, we cannot show it by using plane scale. We have to show it by diagonal scale. So you can see here the relation between yard, foot, and inches. 1 foot is 12 inch, 1 foot is 12 inch, and 1 yard is 3 feet. 1 yard is 3 feet. So if I want to show yard, feet, and inches, yard, feet, and inches, then I will have to use diagonal scale. So we'll see how to construct a diagonal scale. Yard, feet, inches. 1 yard is 3 feet, 1 foot is 12 inch. So we got 3 units now. So we'll quickly move on to this steps now. Construct a diagonal scale of RF 1 by 64 and long enough to measure up to 4 yard. मतलब कितना लंबा होना चाहिए? 4 yard. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should see 4 yard. And how much distance we have to show here? 3.74 yard means 3 yard, 7 foot, 7 feet, and 4 inches. Yard, feet, and inches. So we'll find length of scale. Length of scale is RF into maximum length to be measured. RF is given as 1 by 64. Maximum length is 4 yard. So 1 yard is 3 feet. So 4 yard. Now this is converted into feet. Now feet is converted into inches. Inches is converted into centimeter, and centimeter is converted into millimeter, because we always talk in terms of millimeter. Now if the calculations are correct, then the length of scale is 57.1 millimeter. I will go quickly now because this is the same thing which is repeated. So I will draw a line of length 57.1 meter. So this is a line of length 57.1 meter. So this is the outline, this is dimension line, and this is extension line. Extension line should have been extended 3 mm above this. So this I had not done, should have been extended beyond this, above the line. Now next step is to divide this into how many parts? 4 parts, because we have to represent 4 yard. So draw a line 1, 2, 3, 4. How many points? 1, 2, 3, 4. By drawing 4 arcs. Last arc point on the line will be joined to the end point of the line, parallel lines like this. Then this is representing yard. How many yard? 0, 1, 2, 3. It is numbered like this. This is 1 yard, this is 2nd yard, 3rd yard, and 4th yard. Then yard, this 1 yard is how many feet? 3 feet. So this has to be divided into how many parts? 3 parts now to show feet. How will we divide this into 3 parts? We'll draw a line here again. Draw a line, and that has to be divided into 3 parts. But then there is some difference here. Okay, there is some difference here because you can see yard into feet. That I will explain. Now draw vertical lines from this point. Vertical line from this point. Okay. Now what should be the length of this line? Length of this vertical line can be anything. Generally we take it as 5 millimeter. Okay, 5 millimeter. You can take it as anything. 5 millimeter because then this is accommodated in the book. That's why we take 5 millimeter. But it is not important to have. The distance between these 2 points should be 5 meters. It is not fixed. Okay. Now I have constructed a box like this. Now what I want here, I have already 3 yard. This is 1 yard, 2 yard, and 3 yard. Now yard has to be divided into feet and then feet into inches. So see, I wanted to divide this into 3 parts. I am doing it here. I am doing it here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Clear? This point will now join this. 1, 2, 3. So I got how many feet? This is यहाँ से यहाँ तक 1 feet, यहाँ से यहाँ तक 2 feet, यहाँ से यहाँ तक 3 feet. So I got 3 feet. Now 1 yard is represented into 3 feet. So how much is this? This entire thing from here to here is 1 yard. And in 1 yard, how many feet I have? 3 feet. So 1, 2, and 3. Now 1 feet has to be divided into 12 inches. So this distance from here to here is what? Is 1 feet. Now this 1 feet distance has to be divided into 12 inches. Okay, so see how will we do it now. Now before that, we will join this in this way. Okay, in this way, like this. I am repeating this. This point will be joined to this point, like this. Then this point will be joined to, we don't know the point, but that line should be parallel to this line. So draw a line parallel to this line from this point, like this, and draw a line parallel to these 2 lines from this point. Now this is 1 foot, or 1 foot rather, 1 foot. This 1 foot has to be divided into 12 inches. How will we do that? See, this is feet. Now, in order to divide this into 12 inches, I am explaining another procedure now to divide it into 12 inches. And you must be having a doubt here that will be cleared. Let me divide it and then I can clear your doubt if you have. Now I am dividing this line, see this vertical line, into 12 inches. I am dividing the vertical line into 12 inches. So in order to divide the vertical line into 12 inches, I am dividing into 12 parts. So how many arcs I will draw? 12 arcs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now this point, last point will be joined here, like this. Okay. Now, next is from every point that I have got here, I am drawing horizontal lines. So you are also doing with me. I know you don't have to do it by using compass or scale. You have to do it freehand. So you can do it quickly. So I have constructed something like this. Now this distance is how much? It is 1 inch. This is 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, 7 inch, 8 inch, 9 inch, 10 inch, 11 inch, and this is 12 inch. Is this not 12 inch? Is this not 1 foot? This is 1 foot. This is 1 foot. That is 12 inch. So this is 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 inch, 0 inch. Is it clear to you?
Sir, I had a doubt. So this
Yes.
0, 1, 2, 3 is yards, sir, right?
0, 1, 2, 3 is yard. Black one.
And the purple one is feet.
Correct.
And so this one, the 1 to 12 is inches, right?
Inches, correct.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Okay. So again, if there is any confusion to any student, 3 to 2 is 1 yard. 2 to 1 is again 1 yard. 1 to 0 is again 1 yard. And from this 0 to this purple 3 is again 1 yard. Now this 1 yard from this black 0 to purple 3 is divided into 3 feet because एक yard में कितना feet आता है? 3 feet आता है. So how I have divided that you have understood. ये कैसे divide करना है तो पता है. So this is representing how much? 1 foot. Again 1 foot. Again 1 foot. तो 3 foot हो गया, 3 feet हो गया. Now this is how much? 12 inches. Because 1 feet is how much? 12 inches. So this is how much? 12 inches. Now this is 12 inches. So this is less than that. 11 inch, 10 inch, 9 inch, 8 inch, 7 inch, 6 inch, 5 inch, 4 inch, 3 inch, 2 inch, 1 inch and 0 inch. So now we have a scale which is representing yard, feet and inch. And now if we are asked to show a distance of how much? See how much distance is it shown here? 2.18 yard. How will measure it? How 2.18? So 0 to 1 is 1 yard. 1 to 2 is again 1 yard. So how many yard? 2 yard. 2 yard यहाँ से आता गया. Now what is this 1? 1 is feet. Okay, so 1 is feet is this. This 1 is representing feet. So on this line. And how many inches you want? 8 inches. So 8 is this. 8 is this. So this point to this point, if you measure this distance, it will represent 2.18 yard. 2.18 yard. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
yes. Okay. I will show this procedure again for diagonal scale. So if someone has missed it, you can go through it. The first step here is to find length of scale, and that is found by using the formula RF into maximum length to be measured. And RF is 1 by 64, maximum length to measure is 4 yard. We cannot draw yard on paper, so we'll convert it into next unit that we know, that is feet. Again, feet will be difficult for us to draw, we'll convert it into inches. Inches will also be difficult to accommodate on a small paper, so we'll convert it into centimeter. Centimeter is convenient, but we like to have dimensions in millimeter, so we convert it into millimeter, and finally we got 57.1 millimeter. Draw a line, then divide it into how many parts? 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, sometimes what happens, student draw a line like this and they draw 5 arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4, they draw 5th arc. Sometimes student draw 3 arc only, considering this as first, second, third, fourth. First, second, third, fourth. Array, how this is first? This is 0th. It starts from here, so it has to be 0th. First, second, third, and fourth. Okay. Might be some of you must have made this mistake while drawing. So 4 parts means you start from 0. So first, second, third, fourth. Then draw parallel lines as representing yard, 4 yard. Now the first part of the yard will be divided into feet. एक yard में कितना feet रहता है? 3 feet. So for that, so 1, 2, and 3 feet, and then it is joined in a different way like this. And then this 1 feet has to be divided into 12 inches. For that, what we do, we'll do this, divide this vertical length of any length, and we'll divide it into what? 12 parts. Like this. And then 12 parts, and then join this and number it from 0 to 12. And this is representing inches. And if I want to show a distance of what? 2.18 yard, it can be shown like this. Always you have to write RF below the scale, and then yard here, feet here, and inches here. Whatever is asked, you have to write it like this. I hope this is clear to you. That curve which is generated is called as cycloid. Okay, that curve which is generated is called as cycloid. So is the meaning of the word cycloid clear to you? It is a curve which is generated by a point. And where is the point? It is on the circumference of the circle. And the circle is rolling along the straight line, and that too without slipping. So if the car driver applies the brake and the car tire skids like this, यहाँ से घस के गया यहाँ तक, then you will not get this curve. Okay, it is and this is for one complete revolution. One complete revolution of the tire. One complete revolution of the tire. This curve is called as cycloid. Now I have told you this line. This line is called as what? This line is called this circle is called as rolling circle. Rolling circle, because the circle is rolling, and the line on which it rolls is called as generating line. It is generating the curve. Because of this, the curve is generated. So this is called as just a second. It's not called as generating circle. Sorry, it is called as directing circle. Because this is not generating, this is generating. So this is called as generating circle, because this is generating, and this is called as directing line, because this is giving the direction how the circle should roll. Okay, so this is called as rolling circle or generating circle, and this line is called as directing line on which the circle will roll. Okay, now how will you construct a cycloid? So the question is now to construct a cycloid of a circle. Okay, of diameter 45 mm. So we have a circle and the diameter of circle is 45 mm, and we have to construct a cycloid of the circle. What is cycloid? It is a curve. So there has to be a point. Suppose the point is here at this point. So as the circle rolls, how the point will move? Circle घूम रहा है घूम रहा है घूम रहा है जल्दी घूमते रहा है और जा भी रहा है आगे. So there are two movements involved. One is translational, another is rotational. Both the movements are happening simultaneously. So that point which is on the at the bottom of the circle, that is generating some curve. That is cycloid. So now see the step-by-step procedure. We have 4 minutes. Okay, so I will explain it quickly. You can go through it. If you have any doubt, again I will repeat it tomorrow. Okay, so we have 4 minutes left, so we'll go through it quickly. So draw a circle. You can listen. You will not be able to draw. You can just listen to this. Draw a circle. Divide it into like this. We have divided into 4 quadrants. First, second, third, fourth. Now we have to divide the circle into 12 parts. Now how will we divide the circle into 12 parts? Take a compass. There are 2 legs of the compass. One leg is this leg where we have a pointer, and another leg is where we have a pencil. Keep one leg of the pointer here and pencil here, and we will draw an arc. Now what will be the arc? This distance will be equal to radius of circle. Take distance in the compass equal to radius of circle. Now this distance we are not going to change. In the earlier problem, we saw how to divide a line into equal number of parts. Now we'll see how to divide a circle into equal number of parts. We are going to divide this circle into 12 parts. You can divide into 8 parts, you can divide into 15 parts also. Generally, it is divided into 12 parts. The reason is when we divide it into 12 parts, we get more points. If we divide it into 8 parts, we get less point. 8 से 12 ज़्यादा अच्छे हैं. So the curve that we are going to draw we get the points close, and then we will be able to draw a smooth curve. That's why we divide into 12 parts. So what will we do? We'll keep this compass leg on each of the 4 quadrants. So 1, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quadrant. Okay, 4 quadrant pe we'll keep the compass leg, and every time we'll mark arc on right hand side and left hand side of the arc. Like here you can see this is on the right hand side. For me, I can see it is on the right hand side, and if I rotate the compass and I draw arc here, it will be on the left hand side. So how many points I will get? 2 points. So every time when I will keep it on this quadrant, I will get 2 points. On this quadrant, I will get 2 points. On this quadrant, I will get 2 more points. On this quadrant, I will get 2 more points. So 8 points, and 4 points are already this 4 quadrant.
Sir, I had a doubt, sir.
Yes.
Where did you get the second line, sir? First line you draw the center, then how did you get the second line, sir?
Which horizontal or vertical?
Sir, the horizontal line, vertical line, sir.
Okay. Now this is the circle that you have drawn. You can draw horizontal and vertical line. Keep the compass. Keep the scale and draw horizontal and vertical line. I did not get your question. Like this
sir,
is the
do that compass, that second line here you draw. I did not understand that. How did you get that second vertical line?
This vertical line.
No, that this
one.
vertical line. Yes,
okay,
sir.
that I have not yet told. Okay, so take this distance in the compass. Keep one leg of compass here and draw an arc here. Okay, when you draw an arc from this point, draw a line which passes through the center and extends to the other end of the circle. I am repeating, from the arc, draw a line till the center and extend it to the other point of the circle. Okay, so if you keep this compass here, you will get the arc here only. Okay, here only. So either you draw it from here or you draw it from here, you will get the same points. See, now repeat this. So see this arc and draw a line. Arc, draw a line. Then again arc and then draw a line. Then again arc and draw a line. Then keep the compass again, arc and draw a line. Is the procedure to divide circle into 12 parts clear to all of you?
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. Now, the next is we'll draw the horizontal line. Now one circumference equal to pi d. Okay, one circumference equal to pi d. We know the diameter, so we can draw this line now. Okay, we can draw this line by using scale. It comes out to be 141.3. My calculations are correct. Now, next is we have divided this circle into 12 parts. We'll name the points now. We'll name it as 1, 2, 3. But how will we start the naming? Now understand that this circle is going to move forward as well as roll. So which is the next point that is going to touch this line? This point. See this point. Then this point. Then this point. Then this point. So I have numbered it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So is this clear how the direction of these points I have written? One should be this. Next, now this line has to be divided into 12 parts. So we'll divide the line into 12 parts by drawing how many arcs? 12 arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. Now this last point of the end point of the line will be joined to the last arc like this, and then keep on drawing, and I get it like this. So I have divided this line into 12 parts, and I will number this line now. This point says, see, 1 dash. The circle has rolled now, or a circle has rolled, and this point is 1 dash. Then it is rolled again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see the circle is rolling? And every time I am getting a point, I am calling it as dash, because that is obtained by corresponding point. So initially this point P is here. Point P is here. Okay. Now as the circle rolls, this point P has come here, and this point 1 has touched this circle now. Now next point 2 will touch. Point 2 will touch, and circle will again roll like this, and so on. You have lecture at what time? I think we should stop now. You have lecture. So let me take the attendance. After tomorrow's lecture, I will share this file with you. I will stop for now today.